So when you go to MeetScorer.com, the first thing you'll see is the home page. And at the top right is the login link. So click that, enter your email address and the password provided for you, log in, and you'll land on the Meet Manager home. So as a Meet Manager, you are able to create new competitions in the system. So right now it's a brand new account, so let's go ahead and create a competition. We're going to say this is Niles North at Princeton. Princeton is my test team that I'm using in the system. It's a home meet, and it's going to take place on Saturday the 19th at 11 a.m., let's say. So I submit that. And then the next phase is specifying the levels that are competing. So in a standard dual meet, we'll have all three levels. So we click freshman, and the defaults are 5 guys compete, 3 scores count on each event. And for now, there's only one scoring option, standard scoring. Same for JV guys, same for varsity. Now, if you were doing, say, a varsity invite that had some special rules, like let's say it's 3 up, 3 count, or uh, you know, 1 per event, and then obviously only 1 score counts. So you can adjust this as needed based on what kind of meet you're running. So, but let's stick with a standard dual meet, freshman, JV, varsity. So we submit that. As the meet manager, your team is always the host for any meet that you're setting up. So host school, Princeton Tigers. The only thing you need to add is the visiting teams. So in this case, Niles North. If you had a large invite, you'd be clicking off, a ton of these schools. But it's just Niles North for now. So here we are. We have the basic details of the competition. You can always edit them and go back to that screen where you set things up and make changes. You can change the levels that are competing if there was a mistake or some edit you need to make. You can edit the teams that are in this meet, so it shows you Niles North and Princeton. You can set your own lineup. Click Edit Lineup, and it'll bring up the grid for all levels and all events, and you just hover your mouse over whichever chunk of events you want to set up, or event slots you want to set up. So let's do our varsity floor. Now, this is a brand new team in the system, so I have no guys on my roster. So let's say we have Danelle Leva on our team. We're very lucky. And we have Bart Connor. And we have Justin Spring. We're awesome. Submit that. The system is always going to look for new gymnasts. So for this Princeton Tigers team, the 3 guys I entered are brand new gymnasts that I didn't recognize. So you just have to confirm, yes, these new guys are not duplicates. I really meant to add them. Confirm. Now they're being added to your roster, and your varsity floor lineup is being saved. So now when we scroll down, you can see your floor lineup has been entered. So now when we go to the next event and set this lineup, let's say Bart is our best horse guy. Well, the site recognizes the name and starts auto completing for you because he's already been added to your roster. And then Justin, and then Danelle. And now let's say we add another guy. We have Paul Hom. Add him to our lineup. The site detects a new gymnast just like before. Yes, I really meant to add Paul Hom to my roster. Great. Now our horse lineup is set. And then real quickly, I'll just show you why the site asks you to confirm anybody new. So let's say we're setting up rings, and we're going to enter Paul Hom as our best guy, except I misspell his name. He's Paul Ham, and I hit submit. Well, now the site is going to say, hey, Paul Ham, that's a new guy. And it's showing this to you to make sure that you're not adding a duplicate on mistake. And so I can see, oh, whoops, I misspelled his name. Cancel it. Let's fix that. Okay, now let's submit him. And now the site is happy, and you don't need to reconfirm anything because he was already in the roster. So you go ahead and do this for all of your levels, and it auto builds your roster for you, and it'll remember your roster through the entire season. So next meet or even next year, these guys will be in the system ready to autocomplete as you're entering their names. So it just saves you time. When everything is set, you can print out your lineup if you want to, and this just spits out every single level and each guy at each event. So you can take this with you so that when the guys ask, hey, who's up, what's the order, you have this ready for you. You don't have to keep it separately. And then in addition, if you go to the Meet dashboard, the Meet manager can print out event tickets for your team or for each team. So we only have a minimal varsity lineup entered so far, but if our full lineup was in, these event tickets would be fully filled out with their names. So let's go to our varsity floor. So, here's our lineup entered. We cut this out, hand this to the judge. Judge enters the score. These sheets come back to the scoring table. So this is all done for you based on the most recent updates in the lineups. Now, leading up to the meet, you can also email this link to each coach who's involved in the meet. So the system already knows who the Now's North coach is. It's Rick Meyer. And every coach who's checked off on this list will receive a link that takes them to their team's lineup so they can enter their lineups ahead of time. And they can return to this link and edit their lineups as needed right up until the moment when the meet starts. And then once the meet starts, it's up to the meet manager to make any last minute changes. And I'll show you how to do that. So let's say the meet has begun and we're ready to enter scores. So you just click this enter scores link at the top, and it's super simple. You see every single level, you see each team and each event, and you just click on the box that you're ready to enter scores for. So let's do Princeton's floor scores. It pulls up your varsity floor lineup, and you can make any changes you need to here. Let's say Justin Spring had to scratch. He got injured in warmups. Okay, great, he's gone. But we added Morgan Hom to fill his place. Morgan goes 9-1, Bart goes 9-2-5, Danelle goes 9-8-7-5. We submit that, and just like the other screen, the site detects that a new gymnast has been added. Yes, confirm, and it'll save not only the new gymnast, but the updated lineup and the scores that each of them received from the judges. And once it's all saved, you'll see it updated in this matrix. Now there's an apparatus score. So you can always keep track of which apparatuses have been entered so far and which are still awaiting scores. Now, as soon as scores are in, we can look at results. And we have this awesome live results display board, which you can run on a separate computer that is connected to a projector, and you can project the live team and individual event totals for the meet. So as soon as the score is entered, now the board shows live data, and it's going to cycle through every level team, so freshman, JV, varsity. It shows you the team totals, the team breakdown by event. I need to skip ahead through freshman team. There's no data yet. Freshman team breakdown, still no data. JV team, no data. JV team breakdown, no data. But now that we're back to varsity, we do have varsity floor scores. So it's going to show the current ranked standings for the varsity floor guys. And so you can imagine at a larger invite, these event by event scoreboards are going to be updating constantly, and the gymnasts and the parents and the coaches are going to be looking up at it, just like we do for the state meet, and seeing oh, where am I standing? How are things? What are the current rankings? So it's just really awesome to have this running live at the meet while the meet scorer is entering scores on a different web-based computer. And then when the meet is over, you can print out the full results by each level. And again, we don't have very many results in here yet, but you'll have full totals for each team, full ranked finishers for every single competitor on each event, including the all around. And then another nice feature is that when the meet is over, the site will can send these results out as a PDF to all of the coaches. So every coach that's checked, you hit email results, they will get that full result sent to them as a PDF for freshman, JV, and varsity levels. Super cool, super easy. And that basically covers it. If you have any questions, you can always email me at support@MeetScorer.com. And I look forward to everybody using the system and sending in lots of feature requests and making it better and better. Thanks for your time.